Hello everyone. Am I audible to you? Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, clearly.
Yes, today new students have joined the session. Utpal Kumar. Hello, Utpal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Lithosphere Kumar. I am from Standard 8. I read in Budwal School.
Okay, from Budwal. Okay, then Shivam Raj.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Shivam.
Shivam.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Shivam Raj. I'm from Standard 9th and I'm from Budwal School, Vaishali.
Okay, so 9th and 8th are here. Anyone else from other than 9th and 8th class?
All 9th.
All 9th are here. Okay. Okay, we will start the session. So I'm sharing my screen here. Yes, my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have any doubts? You students have any doubts in your studies related to biology? If you have any doubts, you can ask here. We will clear that one. Yes, Shivam? Okay. Shall I start with my own any topic?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. So today we will starting with the topic. Let's take as based on something like environment. Okay. Anyone can define environment word here? Hello, am I audible to you all? Okay, I will define. Environment means the surroundings. The surroundings that have around us is the environment, basically. The environment of a particular area means the surroundings of that particular area. So that particular area may consist of land, then forests, then soil, then air, then everything that an environment needs, plants or herbs or shrubs and anything like that. Okay, so today about this in environment, we are going to study the different spheres. Different spheres on earth that our environment includes. Basically, there are 4 spheres on earth that our earth has. 4 spheres on earth. They are, first one is atmosphere, second one is lithosphere, third hydrosphere, and fourth one is biosphere. These are the 4 basic spheres on earth that our earth has. Okay, spheres just not only means, it means a circle, a dumbbell circle, which is dumped from the upper side and dumped from the lower side. That's actually called as sphere. Okay, so our sphere, that is the earth. Our sphere is what? Our sphere is earth. And our earth is made up of 4 different spheres. They are atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. We will understand all of them in detail today. Okay. First one, we will begin with atmosphere. atmosphere consists of all of the air. All air surrounding us comes under atmosphere. Yes, Abhinav, you have any doubt?
Yes, ma'am. And what is a sphere? You are saying something.
Sphere is a circular body. Actually, it is a circular body which is 3D in shape. A circular body which is 3D in shape. That is called as sphere. Okay. Basically, sphere is like this. It is mostly done from upper and lower part. Okay. The ball that through which you play is a sphere. Our earth is a sphere. Okay. Actually, earth is called as geoid.
Okay, ma'am.
Because it is done from two parts and it is elongated from these two parts, and that's why it is called as geoid, not a particular sphere. It is basically the ball is a sphere. You know 2D, 3D and 1D dimensions. All of you know about them.
Yes,
1D,
ma'am.
2D and 3D. Yes. You can just identify them. Any example for 1D? Can anyone give me any example for 1D? No, general example.
Light.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Hello?
Line.
Line, yes. A single line. It is 1D. Okay, then 2D. Okay, let me give an example, right? Wait a minute. Just take this a box. Okay, this is a box. In this, when it is placed like this in a particular almirah, okay, only you are visible with this portion, this front portion. Only this front portion is visible. That is called as 1D. That is single dimension. Only you can see this one. Okay. When you are visible with 1 and 2, these two portions, the almirah's cover is here, it is here, and it is here. Only these two portions are visible to you. That will called as 2D. Okay. And when 1, 2, and 3, these three portions are visible to you, and almirah covers the lower side, back side, and beside side. Lower, back, and beside. These three are covered with almirah, and 1, 2, and 3. These three portions are visible to you. This will called as 3D. Okay. Basically, these three portions are only visible when you will see in practical mode. Actually, the 3D look can't be seen on screen or on anything like picture. Now 3D pictures are made actually, but it is not fully visible. Okay, it is mostly visible only in practical mode. So this is called as 3D. Okay, understood. So in 3D dimensions, mainly three vectors work like, well, this is a physics topic, but okay, I will make you understand. Three vectors work, that is x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. In 2D, only two works, that is x-axis and y-axis. And in 1D, only single works, that is x-axis or y-axis. Like this. So the circle that we see in our the circle that we see on board, on blackboard or on TV or something like that, that is 1D. Because we can see only the front. Is anyone saying anything? Because only front part is visible to us. Okay. And when we see a sphere or a ball, that means the whole ball is visible to us. That is called as 3D. And it is called as sphere. Okay. So we just altered with the topic. We were covering atmosphere actually. So first one is atmosphere. So the sphere in which atmos, that means air is coming. All that part of sphere where air surrounds is called as atmosphere on Earth. Now on Earth, actually, we have different layers of atmosphere. Atmosphere is divided into different layers actually. Like this is our Earth. Sorry, made a circle here. This is our Earth, like this. And on above Earth, the first layer of atmosphere is, can anyone name that first layer? First layer of atmosphere. Okay, no one knows. Okay, I will tell. First layer of atmosphere is called as troposphere. Troposphere. Second layer of Earth is called as
Stratosphere.
yes, stratosphere. Then third layer is called as
Mesosphere.
mesosphere. Yes. And fourth one is
Thermosphere.
thermosphere. And another name for thermosphere is ionosphere. And the last layer is called as
Exosphere.
exosphere. Yes, correct. So these are the basically layers of atmosphere over the Earth, in which atmosphere is divided. Okay, and out of these layers, the ozone layer, which covers most of the part and which don't allow UV rays to come inside our Earth, that comes in the stratosphere actually, ozone layer that comes in stratosphere, in the stratosphere region it comes. Okay, the ozone layer. Formula for ozone is O3. Okay, it is made by oxygen plus nascent oxygen. When oxygen is single molecule, like single atom oxygen is there, it is called as nascent oxygen. We called it as nascent oxygen. When these combine will form O3, that is ozone. Okay, and ozone, what does ozone do? Ozone does not allow UV rays of sun to enter inside the Earth's atmosphere. Is it understood? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. And well, our radio waves and all these things, that is our antennas and radio waves, they work under the mesos and thermosphere. Our radio frequencies and our television frequencies, they all work under the mesosphere and ionosphere, in middle of these. Okay, from here, from that part, we get all the frequencies. That is, our satellites are launched there and we get all the frequencies from that part only. Okay, so that's all about atmosphere. Next, we will move to next sphere, that is lithosphere. Yes, here lithosphere means, litho means soil, or we can say land, or we can say stones, and sphere means the simple, our 3D shape sphere. Okay, or we can say here earth. So the part of earth which is made up of land, the whole part of earth on wherever the land occurs comes under lithosphere. Okay, now lithosphere can be here on our earth. Lithosphere can be in the form of mountains, then it could be in the form of plateaus, then it could be in the form of plains, then islands, then polar areas. These are all the types where land can occur. Okay, on mountain and also land has different types of soils also. So on the basis of soil, they could be red soil, they could be black soil, they could be laterite soil or laterite soil, then they could be alluvial soil, Okay, so these are types of soils. They could be clay soil or clay, just clay. These are the different types on the basis of soils. Okay, and on the basis of land, they could be mountains, plateaus, plains, islands, polar areas. Polar areas are majorly made up of ice, very cold areas. Mountains, they could be made up of ice, or they could be made up of deserts, or they could be made up of different soils also. Then plateaus, that we live actually, we live in the plateau region actually. Deccan Plateau, sorry, I live in the plateau region actually. Then plateau region are those where simple hills are there in between. Those are called as plateau regions. Okay. Plain region is the one that is around Ganga and Ganga river and Brahmaputra river. That are the plain regions. Satluj river, Ganga plains or Satluj plains, they are called as. Then island regions are majorly like in India we have Lakshadweep Island and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, so these are the all types of lands or lithospheres on Earth. Any doubt regarding this? Okay, no doubts. Next, we will move to, yes, Abhinav, you were saying something.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we will move to about hydrosphere. Third one is hydrosphere. Here, hydrosphere means, hydro means water. And sphere here means what? Sphere means earth. So the area which is made up of water, the part of earth which is wholly contains water, will called as what? Will called as hydrosphere. Now, what are waterly areas mainly? Now, this you can signify, na? Name them. What are waterly areas on earth? Yes, Shivam, tell me the waterly areas on earth.
Ma'am, Kerala.
Not city names. I want what are the areas called where water is found actually? In the form, in which form water is found on earth?
Ma'am, oceans or river.
Yes, oceans. Then it could be rivers. Then
Lakes, ma'am.
Ponds.
lakes. Yes, ponds. Then glaciers. Glaciers are also form of water, na? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And one more is underground water that we get from wells, underground. So those all areas which contains water will come under this part, that is hydrosphere. And also one more is there, water vapor. Water vapor will come under hydrosphere only. It will not come under atmosphere because it contains water. Okay, maybe it is in the form of gas, H2O. Here it is in the form of gas also, but we will count it as in hydrosphere, not in atmosphere. So these are the all the things. These are the all the waterly things that are found on Earth, that are oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds, glaciers, underground water, and water vapor. Out of these, which is useful to us are the rivers are something we can say useful, then underground water and water vapors. Only these are the things which are useful to us, or which we can drink, or on which we can depend. And alternate to this, other things are not dependable. They contain saline water, and hence they can't be used for drinking purposes or any purpose like we are washing clothes or anything like that, because they contains what? They contains hard water. Hard water and soft water are two types of waters actually that you will study in chemistry. It is a chemistry topic. The soft water contains soluble salts, which could be solubilized easily in while making foam or leather with the soap, while hard water contains the salts which can't be solubilized easily. and hard water just destroys our clothes and utensils and whatever we wash with it. It does not form leather. You know leather? What is leather? I'm talking about leather, not leather. Okay, this leather is what we have. Shoes are made up of leather. I'm talking about leather. What is leather? Can anyone say me? Okay, no one knows. Leather is the foam that is made while we use soap. You know, when you use soap, the bubbles are made and what we call in Hindi, the
Jhag.
bubbles are made. Jhag, yes. The leather is formed. That is called as leather, jhag. Okay, in hard water, it does not form because hard water contains so many salts like hard salts due to which soaps do not work in it. Leather is not formed. And while in soft water, leather could be formed. You might have seen your mama would give boiled water to someone who is patient at your home. Like if someone is suffering from something like with fever or any of the disease, like any of the diseases or have digestive problems, then they are given with boiled water. Why they are provided boiled water? Boiled water is given to patients. Yes,
Ma'am,
can anyone?
harmful material get died.
Yes, harmful materials get died. Yes, harmful materials get eliminated from it. Through boiling, the soft water that comes to our homes actually, only soft water could be used for drinking purposes after boiling, not hard water. Okay, soft water which comes at our homes, when we boil it, the impurities that contained in soft water get get decomposed and filtered out at the bottom of the utensil. You would have seen when you boil water in a utensil, the boiled water will remain at the upper part and the harmful impurities will just lower down and settle down at the bottom, the white impurities. These are what? These are the salts, the impure salts which needed to be eliminated. The aquaguards and purate and all those we are using in our homes for making mineral water, for converting mineral water. We use at our homes aquaguards and purate and something like that, which pures our eliminates impurities from water and gives us pure water, right? Yes. So those purate and aquaguards have filters in them, membranes in them, certain membranes in them, and these membranes, what the membranes do, they filter out the water, they filter out impurities. They have membranes with very minute pores, and these membranes, what does they do? They filter out the soft water that comes at our homes, filter out soft water so that impurities just remain at the membrane and the pure waters comes at the bottom and we can serve it to our family. Okay, and that's why only in the earlier times boiled water was used to given to patients, and now mineral water is provided through aquaguard, so no boiled water is needed anymore. But then also sometimes boiled water is given to patients so that if any impurity or if any microbes or if any organisms are there in soft water also, they could be eliminated easily through boiling by increasing temperature. Okay, since microbes don't live in so harsh temperatures, those microbes which can live in simple temperature or normal temperature, they can't habitual to the high temperatures, so they die due to increase in temperature or boiling. So that's why we give patients the boiled water. Okay, so where were we? We were on hydrosphere. So hydrosphere is the part of earth wherever the water is found. It could be oceans, it could be rivers, lakes, then ponds, then wells, groundwater, and also glaciers, also polar ice caps. These all are the places where the water is found, and hence they all come in under the hydrosphere part. Last sphere that we need to understand is Biosphere. Fourth one is biosphere. Now, what does biosphere do? What is biosphere actually? Biosphere is the area where bio means living and sphere means that we are saying earth. That means the part of earth where living beings live. The part of earth where the living beings live is called as biosphere. Okay. In living beings, who all comes? There comes the plants. There comes the animals. There comes the organisms. There comes the aquatic life. There comes the avian life. What is avian life? Avian life are those who who just spend their most of the time in atmosphere or air, like birds. Okay, avian life. These all comes under the biosphere. Yes, we can say microorganisms also, or microbes also. These things, when living in a particular area, that particular area will called as what? Will called as biosphere. Okay. Now, biosphere contains mostly the living beings. Okay. But our earth has two types of things mainly. Two types of things are, what are the two types of things on earth? One is biotic things and second one is abiotic. I think you would have learned this in your classes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What are biotic things?
I'm living thing.
Yes, all the microbes, organisms, or all the things which are living in nature, which take breath and exhale out, all the living things come under biotic. And abiotic are all the non-living things come under abiotic. And when these living things and non-living things combine to form, combine and live in a particular area, that makes a what? It makes a ecosystem, or we can say an environment. Okay, is it clear? Living things they can be plants, they can be animals, they can be microbes, anything they can. And non-living things can be anything like water, air, soil, land, mountains, anything could be non-living things. And they combine to form ecosystem or environment. Okay, one more word I need to explain here, that is biodiversity. Do anyone know about this term, biodiversity? No one knows. Okay. Biodiversity is, what is biodiversity? Biodiversity is when all living beings live in a particular environment in the mutual interrelationship with each other and the relationship with earth. All the living beings which are living in a particular area in the mutual relationship with each other. That means they are dependent on one another for their particular needs. Okay. And also they are dependent on earth for their particular needs. So that's what called as biodiversity or biological diversity of that particular area. Did all you got that? Any doubts till now? Yes, Pragya, you want to say
No.
something? Okay. Okay, shall we move to next topic? Next, we will go with the environment only, but now we will enter in the pollution part. Environmental pollution. What all types of pollution that we do to environment? Can any one of you name them? Name the number of pollutions. First one. Yes, Abhinav.
And pollution.
I can't hear you, Pragya. You are not audible clearly.
Ma'am, water pollution, air pollution, and
Water pollution. Yes. Then air pollution.
Noise pollution,
Yes, noise pollution. Then
Land pollution.
land pollution. Yes, you can see all the biosphere which I had mentioned, they all are getting polluted. Like here, due to water pollution, hydrosphere is getting polluted. Hydrosphere is getting polluted. Then due to air pollution, atmosphere is getting polluted. Noise pollution is harming our biosphere actually. The biosphere contains all the living beings, and noise pollution is very targeted harmful effect having on living beings. Okay. Then land pollution is harming what? It is harming our lithosphere. So see, why did I explain you spheres first? Because spheres are just related to these pollutions. Okay. Now we will understand them in detail. First one is water pollution. Now, how do we pollute water? First reason through which we pollute water. First one is we will start with our homes only. Yes, Pragya?
And by throwing chemicals of industries.
Yes, by throwing chemicals from the industries. Yes, you are right. But we will start from our homes first. We are just putting our domestic waste on water bodies, right? What is domestic waste? You all know domestic waste?
vegetable,
ma'am, homemade is.
Yes, all the waste that are coming from our houses or our homes, that is domestic waste. When we throw this domestic waste in water bodies, that can be oceans, rivers, or ponds, or lakes, or water wells, or anything like that, they will pollute water. Next is that Pragya said, right, the chemicals from industries. Chemicals from industries. Actually, what does industries do? Mostly industries are built on the banks of different rivers. Sorry, I wrote industries spelling wrong. Mostly industries are built on the banks of rivers. Why they are built at the banks of rivers? So that they can fulfill their water needs. Whatever water is needed in the industry could be fulfilled through the river water. Okay. And what do? They just throw up the chemicals or the byproducts that are made in their industries in the rivers only. They do not decompose that material in any other form by burning or by spoiling in soil or by just throwing it to distant areas or anything like that. They don't do just those things. They don't do those things which require human mind or capability. They just throw that waste in the water bodies that is just behind their industry. And what does they do by this? They are polluting the water which is coming in our homes, which is very important for aquatic life to live. They are polluting all that water. Okay, chemicals from industries is the second one. Third one, can anyone name how we are polluting water?
If it is voluntary.
Pragya, your network is something having an issue. I can't hear you properly. Okay,
Acid rain.
yes, acid rain. Yes. By acid rain also we are polluting water. I had explained in one of my sessions what is acid rain. Acid rain is when the water, that is the precipitation of water. Precipitation means the falling of water. That is rainwater. Okay. When precipitation is combined with sulfur dioxide or nitrous oxide. When these two, particularly these two gases combines with precipitation or rainwater, acid rain happens. And when this acid rain happens, it fall everywhere. It fall in rivers, it fall in glaciers, it fall in ponds, and it fall on soil and harm underground water too. And these gases, what do? These gases just combine with whole of the water and can harm us. It can harm the roots of plants, it can harm the soil, and it can harm anything. Here we are seeing for water pollution, so here we will say that acid rain is harming to water pollution, harming to water and creating pollution. Okay, next, anything left with water pollution that we do with water to pollute water?
Ma'am, overuse of pesticides.
Yes, overuse of
In-
pesticides. Pesticides and fertilizers that are used in mostly farmers use that in their land area or in the soil for growth and for just eliminate pest from their land. Okay, pests are small microbes that are harming their crops. Okay, so pesticides are those things which are spreaded by farmers to their land in order to grow crops without any pests. So these pesticides, what do? They just settle down on the ground, and through soil they thus leaching out in the groundwater. And when they leach out in the groundwater, the water get spoiled, and that's what create the water pollution again. So that was a good reason behind water pollution. Pesticides. Also, I will include here fertilizers as well. Fertilizers are used, and this one will also come in the soil pollution as well. Okay, mostly we use fertilizers are NPK fertilizers are used because mainly these minerals are important for soil, and when the crops don't get these minerals, they want to grow in a particular manner. Okay, can anyone tell me full form of NPK? Full form of NPK? Okay, let me tell you. N stands for here nitrogen. Then P stands for phosphorus. And K stands for potassium. So these three things are very important for soil to grow crops. So mainly fertilizers are built with components of these three things. And when these components come under the soft water, which we drink, then it can pollute that soft water. Okay. Due to this pollution, what are the harmful things done to us? Now name those harmful consequences of water pollution. First one is harm for aquatic life. How it is harmful to aquatic life? See,
Ma'am,
yes, Abhinav.
ma'am, aquatic animal and water is not as suitable for their life.
Yes, polluted water is not suitable for their life, but how? Actually, my question is how it is not suitable for aquatic life. See, I
Ma'am,
will
they
explain.
drink
Yes,
chemicals and all.
yes.
Because of that, they
Okay. Well, okay, Pragya. Yes, they drink chemical and they come in contact with those harmful chemicals, and thus this is harmful for them. Okay, well, this topic has very vast study inside. I will just shorten it and explain to you. Aquatic life actually live inside water, right? Aquatic life live inside water, and this aquatic life is dependent on water for their oxygen, for their food, for their water demand, everything. They are just dependent on water only. They don't come outside water to digest food, to respire, or to excrete out. Nothing they do in outside water. They do everything inside water. So the oxygen they are inhaling is coming from where? It is coming from water only. This water contains oxygen. Like water is H2O, na? So it contains oxygen also. They use this oxygen only to inhale. But if we pollute this water, the oxygen demand inside this water will decrease. O2 in this water will decrease. Why? Due to presence of different chemicals or different types of wastes. Okay. And when this O2 decrease, how would they inhale? How would they respire? And if they won't respire, then there is not any point to eat food or any point to drink water. First of all, you need air, na? You need air to respire, to live. Since there is no air, then how would they live? And we are just diminishing their oxygen demand inside water through chemicals, through domestic waste, through different types of wastes that we decompose in water. And due to absence of O2, they just die. They have no other significant reason where they can live, or a significant alternative where they can live. Like due to pollution, what happens? The green colored fungi will develop over the water. And this, what does it does? This green color fungi covers all over the water. Have you seen that in green color fungi? In rainy season, you would have seen at your homes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that green color fungi won't allow the real oxygen from atmosphere to go inside water or solubilize. When this oxygen is unable to enter inside water, and also there is so much of waste inside water, which is already diminishing oxygen demand inside. So since they are not getting new oxygen also, and the older oxygen is already diminished, how would they live? They have no alternative to live. They need to die only then. And that's why most of our aquatic life gets harmed due to polluted water. This oxygen demand is mainly called as biological oxygen demand. Many of you have known about this biological oxygen demand. We called as a BOD also. It decreases when chemicals inside water increases. Okay. So this was the harm for aquatic life. Next, what are the consequences of water pollution? First one is harm of aquatic life. Second one is, name second one. Harmful for humans.
It causes typhoid.
Yes.
It causes
Ma'am,
typhoid.
causes different types of diseases.
Pragya, I can't hear you. Abhinav, you said about typhoid.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it gives us waterborne diseases. Yes, Pragya, what you were saying.
Ma'am, I was saying about waterborne diseases.
Yes. Harmful to humans, waterborne diseases may come. Also, it may lead to what? It may diminish soil fertility. Okay, since chemicals will increase inside water, this will automatically diminish soil fertility, which will be around that particular water. Like groundwater is having different chemicals. Then the soil which is above that groundwater will not get enough nutrition for plants from water. Why? Because that groundwater contains many chemicals. Okay, so these are basically the consequences which we face, which the aquatic life face, which the other living organisms, that is plants, face indirectly through soil fertility diminishment, and hence water pollution needs to be. What was the next one? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, some network issue had happened. Okay, third one is hello.
Noise pollution.
Yes, noise pollution. So noise pollution is mainly harms what?
Brain.
Living beings. Yes, yes. Noise pollution harms living beings. Mainly noise pollution harms the avians, one which live in atmosphere, mainly the birds. It is harmful to birds mainly, because the high density or high frequency is not tolerable for birds. Also to us also, we can tolerate about 20,000 to 20 hertz, 20,000 hertz, 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz of capacity we have to tolerate. And below this is of birds, and higher this is of reptiles. So below this is of birds. When below this high of this frequency is appears in the environment, birds can't tolerate that one. And that's why you would have seen, whenever you fire out the crackers on the valley or something like that, the birds can't be found in that particular area for that much time, because they can't tolerate the high frequency. And this what creates noise pollution. Other things which creates noise pollution are like tapes that we tapes or DJs that we run out on the roads at the time of any function or marriage functions. They also create noise pollution. They just volume it out at high levels, and that volume is not good for our ears, our membrane that is inside our ears, tympanum membrane. And it is not tolerable to us, not at all for birds, not at all for animals also. Okay, so noise pollution doesn't have that much in detail. It is just about the non-tolerable noise that comes to our ears and may lead to deafness. You know deafness? What is deafness?
Ma'am, Bhara.
Not able to hear anything. Okay, next type of pollution we need to understand is fourth one.
Land pollution.
Yes, land pollution. What does land pollution do? Land pollution is harmful for our lithosphere. Well, it is harmful for us also. Lithosphere and us. Okay. So basically, land pollution is created by two types of waste. Can anyone name these two types of waste which creates land pollution? Okay, I will name them. First one is biodegradable, and second one is non-biodegradable. Power cutout is there. Biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So biodegradable waste, what does they do? What does they do? Biodegradable waste, can anyone tell me?
soil.
Yes, Pragya. Okay, I will tell. Biodegradable waste is the types of waste which could be decomposed easily through microorganisms. Okay. If we decompose them in a particular manner, they could be decomposed by microbes or microorganisms. But non-biodegradable waste is not easily decomposed by microorganisms. It can't be decomposed by, cannot be decomposed by microorganisms. Okay. When biodegradable waste occur in our area, we can decompose it in soil by just digging pits, and we can just throw all the waste in that particular pits and then cover it up. After so many days, after a month or two, that biodegradable waste will convert into the fossil, or we can say in, and it will not harm the soil, it will just improve its fertility. If the decomposable waste does not contain any types of chemicals or something like that, then it will be good for soil. But non-bio waste, comes in non-biodegradable waste, can anyone name them?
Ma'am, like plastic waste.
Clothing.
Yes, plastic, mainly the plastic comes under the non-biodegradable waste, and that's the main reason which cannot be decomposed by microbes, and we are facing so many issues due to this plastic. Okay, so in order to decrease land pollution or eliminate land pollution in today times, most of the governments are just forcing their population, or forcing their what we can say, their men to just use paper bags or use cloth bags, not plastic bags, because plastics take too much time to get eliminated from earth or get decomposed. Okay, in mainly plastics, there are different R methods are used. Mainly 3 R's are used. Can you name 3 R's which are used for plastic?
Reuse,
3 R's
reduce,
stand for, yes, reuse, reduce, and
Recycle.
recycle. Yes, these 3 R's are very helpful in plastic waste. Reuse means we can use the already used bottles or already used plastic material. Then reduce means we can reduce that one. We can choose alternative things than plastics. Okay, we can use paper bags, we can use cloth bags or anything else like that. Then we can recycle them. We can send them to bangarwalas that comes at our homes and just sell it to them. They will communicate with industries, they will resell that particular plastic material to the industries, and just industries will mold it to new shapes, and convert into another thing which could be used to fill it them. Like plastic bottles could be molded to any other utensil or beakers, and we can use them by buying them from market. Okay, these 3 R's are mainly used for plastics. Okay, so that's what that was all about. Do you people have any doubts regarding today's session? You can ask, or any other doubts other than this session, other than the topics which are discussed here. No doubts? Hello?
yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, no any doubt.
No, ma'am.
Okay, no doubts, I think. Okay, so Okay, let me ask a question then. Can anyone tell me, today I had just told a word in between the session, that is membrane. What that mean actually? Just define that word.
Ma'am, layer.
Layer. What does that layer do? Any function? Any function?
Ma'am, layer that form above the water so that the water doesn't pass.
No, that's not the membrane. That I had used membrane word in the aquaguard and filters.
Yes, ma'am,
That
that
I
refines.
Yes, this filters out. This layers filters out the polluted material, the impurities from water, and makes that water good for our use. That's mineral water. These membranes are used in filters that we use at our homes, like aquaguard, then pureit, and other things. Okay, and that you are telling through which the things can't enter to water. That is not membrane. That is a covering that fungi makes over water. That is a green covering, green colored covering that fungi makes over water and does not allow oxygen or any of the gases to pass on. Okay, they two both are different. This positive act and this is a negative act. Okay, not to worry, you would have taken it wrongly. It's okay. So, okay, any other doubts? Okay, no doubts are there. Shivam?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Pragya, are you
No,
here?
ma'am, no need.
No doubt. Okay, guys. So, shall we end this session now?
Ma'am,
Yes, Abhinav?
nothing, ma'am.
Okay.